Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some really interesting information to go over for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, all to do with the third legendary, leaks that we've had in the past, and also with Roy's mysterious Pokeball from the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet anime. There's a lot of stuff to get into though, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's talk about the third legendary and previous leaks that we've had from Riddler-Coup about this third legendary Pokemon. So this was tweeted out by Light, and they actually made the connection that nobody's really spoken about. We got the reveal of this third legendary, and everybody just kind of forgot about what we already knew about it prior to the release of it, or I guess the reveal of it. So we have Light here saying, we forgot about this, but in the announcement of the DLC, there was not any Pokemon with those eyes from the Terra Crowns. So basically, this is the kind of face on all the terrestrialized Pokemon, and basically Riddler-Coup said that third legendary Pokemon was going to have these eyes. And the fact that Terapagos doesn't mean that we've still got to see another Pokemon. Like, there is still another Pokemon that's yet to be revealed. Now, this could potentially be a new form of the third legendary Pokemon, or it could just be a different Pokemon entirely. I think it's going to be a different form because, like, this is just way too cutesy to be like a third legendary Pokemon. Like, they always just give off that, like, the destructive vibe, and they just, like, always give off that evil vibe and stuff. As well as that, third legendaries always get a new form. Obviously, Giratina got a new form, Rayquaza got the Mega Evolution, Kyurem's got a new form, Kyurem Black and Kyurem White. Obviously, Zygarde got a new form, Necrozma got a new form, Eternatus got a new form. It only makes sense that the third legendary of Scarlet and Violet also gets a new form. And as well as that, as we already know, the third legendary is going to have this face, or these eyes, and Terapagos doesn't. So you can just kind of put two and two together. And obviously Riddler-Coup knows because he's leaked everything about the game so far. So I really hope the Riddler-Coup comes out and talks about this a little bit more. Hopefully he does. But yeah, everybody just forgot about this connection. But obviously massive shout out to Light for remembering it. Terapagos has rounded eyes, but the Terra Crown has the eyes like Spider-Man. I say Spider-Man because here in the Occident is the first thing we think of it. But in the Orient, they would think that the eyes looks like a common rider. Could these be a rider in its motorcycle? I need to invest on this and make a proper theory. But either way, obviously, just kind of putting two and two together, we're still kind of expecting another form, 100%. And as well as that, we've got the top of the crystal that's also linked with like that pendant from the female protagonist. From the female protagonist in the anime. Her pendant has the exact same kind of symbol as the top of Terapagos' shell. So it has to have another form, 100%. I think it has something to do with the pendant, terrestrialization, and yeah, it's got to have these eyes as well. So I would definitely expect some sort of new form for the third legendary Pokemon for Scarlet and Violet. It might not even be the third legendary. We're just kind of putting two and two together and making the assumption that it is, but it easily couldn't be. And maybe the third legendary still has to be revealed. I don't know, but I think there's a lot more secrets that are still being kind of hidden away in the hidden treasure of Area Zero by Pokemon. So maybe in the next trailer we get something more about it. But yeah, 100% definitely getting a different form or a new Pokemon, because as we all know, this is the eyes of the third legendary that Riddler-Coup posted. So massive shout out to Light for remembering that, because everybody else just forgot about it. But either way, moving on, we also have this post here by Soul Silverheart talking about these 4 mysterious trainers, these silhouettes in the Blueberry Academy that, again, when I first originally saw this trailer, I didn't even notice these. And then when I obviously saw it, I thought they were just these characters here. But then kind of putting two and two together, why would they like reveal them here and then just have them as a silhouette there? I don't think it really makes sense. I think these are 4 different characters. So I think these are like 4 students, and then these are like 4 kind of quote-unquote like gym leaders or something, or like strong trainers that you have to take on. Obviously, we know that the kind of Blueberry Academy is split off into like 4 different sections. So maybe each section has one of these main characters, and maybe one of the sections also has one of these characters like helping you out, like Nimona or something like that. Anyway, we had this originally from Soul Silverheart saying, I wonder what types these 4 students probably specialize in. We covered this recently. Basically, this guy, potentially Dark. This girl here, potentially Steel. This guy here, potentially Fire or Fairy. And then this girl here, potentially Fairy or Psychic. So that was that. We've obviously covered that recently. And then we have Soul Silverheart also talking more about this, saying, speaking of the 4 Blueberry Academy students, does that mean that they aren't the same people as these 4 mysterious figures we see in the Indigo Disc trailer? I personally don't think so. These silhouettes look different than the images of the students we have. We know that the Blueberry Academy will focus on battling so are these our 4 teachers, and we'll have to battle. We'll probably train with the 4 students as these 4 figures instructors, and then just like at the Naranja HDvee Academy, we'll have to do a champions assessment and face them. Maybe they are the elite 4 of the Blueberry Academy. If that's the case, who's the top champion of the Blueberry Academy? And then also we have Soul Silver out here saying instructors. Alternatively, these 4 figures could, of course, also be the 4 students, but the point still remains, maybe these 4 students will function as the Elite 4 of the Blueberry Academy. The only reason I feel like they are 8 separate people instead is because the official site said we'll take classes and interact with local students. Naturally, they'll be teachers just like in the HDvee Academy, and why would they hide these 4 figures' identities just to reveal them in the next frame of the trailer? A bit sus to me. So yeah, we've obviously got Blaze and Cinnamon saying a beast, based on the height, clothes, and body posture, they do somewhat match, or at least to me they do. I personally don't think they are. We obviously have Uraiden here saying, yeah, there's 3 bulky silhouettes and 1 not, so I don't see any reason to assume they're anyone else, especially as they probably won't use that shot again. I think they were just silhouettes because of the live action. Would have been weird if they put the characters there. Yeah, the live action bit is a really good point on if these are the same characters. I didn't think of that, but like I said, the point is more to spark the discussion as having teachers, students, and possibly an Elite 4. So whether you think they are these like people or not, I still personally don't think they are. But at the same time, we'll have to see what kind of story unfolds with these. I still think that these are going to be split up into like 4 different sections for the Blueberry Academy, and I think whether they are the strong trainers that you have to battle at the end, or whether they just help you through that section of the academy, who knows. But either way, I'm sure we'll find out a lot more information about them relatively soon. And then finishing things off, we have a little bit more information about Roy's ball from the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet anime. Again, I still think it's going to be linked with some sort of legendary or mythical, getting GS ball vibes from it. But we have Eduardo here saying there's some funny business going on with Roy's mysterious Pokeball, so I decided to write down some notes about its mechanism. Hopefully makes sense considering it's a mix of different topics. So he goes on to say, this is basically like potentially useful sources. So to avoid confusion, let me just explain that the pillars of the Tree of Life can be the 3 horizontal lines, the tropics and equator, but the pillars of the Masonic Lodge would be vertical instead, since the ceiling of the lodge would be the day and night sky, so Cancer and Capricorn. By the way, I mentioned the mystery box because its design follows the same idea of a Pokeball divided into red and blue, and I'm still suspecting that Game Freak might try to add another special mythical to Pokemon Go if Let's Go 2 really is supposed to happen after the Scarlet and Violet DLC is over. They might do that. Like, we have obviously not had a mythical Pokemon for a very long time, and so if they do decide to add one via like Let's Go 2 or something, that could be a way they kind of incorporate it into the game. Interestingly, the lower part of Roy's mysterious Pokeball is shown to have a moon, which opposes the sun present in the upper part of the ball, thus supporting the light and dark halves of the year design principle that I mentioned earlier on in my material. So again, it could be, yeah, I don't know, it could be a Pokeball that has like a fairy dark type in it, and maybe the fairy is like the light type, and then the dark type obviously is from like the moon or something like that. Also note how the different angle now shows the 12 dots under the red and blue clock handles much better. So yeah, it could easily be something to do with like a new mythical, or yeah, something like that. I'm not really too sure off the top of my head, but at the same time, this is definitely going to have a major part in the Scarlet and Violet anime, and I think it will have a major part in the games as well, just simply because we know the pendant's going to have a major part, because that is literally the back of the 3rd legendary shell. So we'll have to see what this also entails. I personally think it's going to be a new mythical, and I think that that's going to be the way they introduce it. But either way, we'll have to wait and see. Make sure to, if you did enjoy them, make sure to leave a like. It really does help out. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on this kind of 3rd legendary situation? Do you think that this is a new form of the 3rd legendary, or do you think it's just going to be the 3rd legendary, completely different kind of Pokemon? Let me know your thoughts and feelings on it, because I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Again, completely forgot that the legendary was going to have these eyes, so yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how that kind of plays a part in it. Make sure to subscribe though if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. That's everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.